Hello, everyone. Today on Good Morning Maine, an emotional gathering as people remember a young shooting victim in Bangor.
Plus, Maine's Jewish community reacts to the Iranian missile attack.
And we'll also meet a Clinton woman who beat the odds and will be running in today's Boston Marathon.
Good morning and welcome to Good Morning Maine. I'm Emma Smith.
And I'm Craig Colson. Thank you for joining us. We'll have those stories coming up. But first, a check of the forecast. And after some sunny weather over the weekend, looks like a little change underway. Clouds moving in today with a chance of rain. Not a washout, but a little bit of rain.
Yep, so don't cancel your plans. Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All right, let's get into things this morning. We have some advisories posted. This is a small crowd advisory that's posted along the coast until 8 p.m. this evening because of some active surf that's being observed. We have some river flood warnings that are also posted, though. Ignore the expiration time. These will expire whenever the river levels do go down. Pretty much are in effect until further notice because of the precipitation we received recently. But for now, though, over land, maybe a few sprinkles in the northern parts of the state. A few light showers are possible for us today. Otherwise, we will be mostly cloudy as we do move forward in time. Zooming things out, a little bit of rain near parts of Washington, D.C., maybe even a few revels of thunder as well. But for us, just a few rain showers today. Then the rest of the week pretty much looks dry until Friday night. Futurecast moving forward for today, mostly cloudy, a few rain showers possible. We'll start to lose the clouds later on tonight and maybe a few clouds as we head towards Tuesday morning. The wind's finally looking pretty calm, though, at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few higher gusts at times. Tomorrow, though, the winds will begin to increase yet again. Forecast for today, lower 60s, mostly cloudy, a few rain showers out there, and that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, the hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing increasing clouds, temperatures in the 50s, along with a few rain showers possible. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Devin. We'll look forward to that. Well, hundreds gathered in Brewer over the weekend to honor a man who was fatally shot in Bangor earlier this month. Daniel Coates was killed in a local apartment on April 2nd, and a woman is now facing manslaughter charges. Our Callie Warren has more on how he's being remembered.
Police say 24-year-old Daniel Ford Coates of Bangor was the victim of a shooting in early April. Hundreds came out on Saturday to remember his young life. The crowd, adorned in sports jerseys or in his favorite color, blue, gathered at the Penobscot County Conservation Association to remember him.
His infectious smile, his big heart, it's not forgetting Daniel. It's carrying on his legacy.
Just everyone appears to be saying to me today is how enormous his heart was. He didn't like bullies and he didn't let kids bully other kids. He was just really compassionate that way.
Family members say they want Daniel remembered for his kindness and sense of humor.
He had the ability to make everybody feel comfortable.
And laugh. Always laugh.
If you were having a bad day, he was going to fix it.
Family members say Daniel was an animal lover and donations in his honor can be made to the Bangor Humane Society. In Brewer, Callie Warren, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
A sentencing hearing for a Massachusetts man who pleaded guilty to murder in January turned into a courtroom brawl as a member of the victim's family leaped across the barrier and rushed the convicted killer. David Ledford was there and captured the moment on tape.
This is the scene that erupted moments after Justice Robert Mullen handed down a sentence of 45 years in prison to 20-year-old Jason Serval.
I believe the family and friends of this poor young girl need closure, and I'm convinced that the sentence I'm imposing today is lawful and will survive any appeal if one is filed.
Serval pleaded guilty to the 2022 murder of 20-year-old Alice Abbott of Skowhegan back in January. Soon after the sentence was given, the defense asked for a sidebar. It was at this point that Abbott's brother left his seat and quickly moved towards Serval. He was stopped by a corrections officer with a stun gun and handcuffed. Other members of the victim's family began shouting and moving towards Serval after the initial incident, but were stopped by officers in the courtroom. On July 16, 2022, police reportedly found Abbott deceased in a camper on her grandparents' property with several stab wounds and lacerations. During sentencing, Serval apologized to the family.
I know no matter how sorry I am or however many times I apologize, I'll never ease the pain. I can't imagine the pain and grief I put you through.
Leading up to the courtroom incident, several members of Abbott's family gave statements asking Mullen to give Serval the maximum sentence. Serval was sentenced to serve 10 years concurrently with the 45-year sentence for an aggravated assault against Nick Rice of Madison, who was also inside the camper at the time of the murder and was reportedly struck multiple times on the head with a crowbar by Serval.
That was David Ledford reporting. Meanwhile, a Hancock County grand jury has indicted Winter Harbor's former fire chief. 51-year-old Tatum McLean was indicted for aggravated criminal invasion of computer privacy. McLean was also the subject of an investigation into events that allegedly took place during his former position as the fire chief in Gouldsboro. Court documents allege McLean intended to defraud or deceive another person or government of payroll warrants exceeding $1,000.
Maine's Jewish community is horrified by this weekend's attack against Israel. Asia Reed spoke with one local family who's worried about their loved ones living in fear.
Maine's Jewish community is in shock after the war between Israel and Hamas escalated Saturday when Iran launched hundreds of drones and missiles towards Israel. The Walensky family, who run Shabbat of Maine, shared how some of their family members are doing back in Israel. Rabbi Moshe Walensky says although Israeli defense systems stopped almost all of the attacks, he's still stunned.
Iran wanted to cause a lot of damage upon Israel. One missile was about to hit a mosque, and Israel intercepted that missile.
His daughter, Liba Walensky, lives in Jerusalem and says just days ago she came to Portland to visit family. She says this news is frightening as she herself experienced a bomb scare around 2 months ago.
It was in the middle of the night, like 5:45 a.m., sleeping, and all of a sudden the sirens went off, so we were actually like in a hotel, so we didn't even know where the bomb shelters were. So I was in charge of a group of girls, so we all came out, everyone in their pajamas, just looking for bomb shelters. We found one like under the kitchen in the hotel. Not something I think anyone should have to experience.
Liba's sister-in-law, Hinde Walensky, says she didn't hear about this news until Sunday morning as her phone was turned off Saturday for Shabbat.
I won't say startling, but it was nerve-wracking to hear what's going on there, being so far, and it's kind of like sudden, you open your phone and you hear all these things that are happening.
Most of their family in Israel had to go into shelters. They say they are now safe, but don't know what to expect next.
God is watching over them, and they just keep praying, and they're keeping as positive as they can.
That was Asia Reed reporting. We'll have more on the situation with Iran and Israel coming up. In other news, the Maine House has passed a bill aimed at lowering Maine's rate of suicide deaths. LD 2119 would study allowing individuals to voluntarily and confidentially add their own names to the federal Do Not Sell firearms list. That would prevent them from potential future gun purchases if that person is ever experiencing a suicidal crisis. The voluntary Do Not Sell measure has already passed in Utah, Virginia, and Washington State. Representative Vicky Dudera, who sponsored the bill here in Maine, said, quote, in 2021, nearly 89% of our state's firearm deaths were suicides. Those who reach for a gun during a suicidal crisis rarely have a second chance, but this innovative policy empowers suicidal people to proactively act to promote their own health and safety. That measure faces further votes in both the House and Senate.
Fire crews from several departments had their hands full with a bad fire in Chelsea. Firefighters from at least 7 departments were called to the South Dondero Road on Sunday afternoon. They discovered a large garage was on fire and was raging out of control. It took crews about 2 hours to snuff out the flames. The garage, along with a large motorhome and another vehicle, were also lost on the fire. Fortunately, though, no injuries are reported. There's also no word on what sparked the fire.
A big loss in the Sherman community, as a business there was recently destroyed, and now the owners are announcing they will not rebuild. According to the Sherman Fire Chief, Thomas Hayes, crews responded to the Metalworks Automotive Body Shop on the Station Road just before 7 o'clock Thursday night. You can see what they were greeted with. Upon arrival, the shop was fully engulfed in flames. Nobody was there at the time, and the owners were able to recover a majority of the customers' vehicles. However, the shop itself was completely destroyed. The owners expressed their gratitude to the community in a Facebook post for their support over the years and said the shop had no full insurance coverage and they will not be rebuilding. According to Chief Hayes, the fire is believed to have started in an upstairs storage room, but because of the extensive damage, they may never know the cause, although they do suspect it was an electrical issue. The chief says many relied on them for their auto repairs, and it is a big loss for folks there in the community. You get used to going to a certain place, you get that trust, and it's so hard to see something like this, you know?
Yeah, what a loss. It was leveled.
Yeah.
All right, the time now is 8:11. Coming up next on Good Morning Maine, a Clinton woman thought her days of running were over after suffering a stroke, but today she'll be competing in the Boston Marathon. We'll have her story.
But first, another check of your forecast. A cloudy day ahead today with a chance of rain. The highs will be near 61 degrees. Partly cloudy and rainy overnight, lows dropping down to the mid-30s. Tomorrow, partly cloudy and breezy on Tuesday with highs near 60. We'll be right back.
Simple principle. When selection gets low, savings tend to disappear. But now that there's a great selection, there are lots of great savings deals. So come to the Toyota Spring Savings Event, where you could get special low 4.75% financing for 60 months on select luxurious all-wheel drive Highlanders, which could save you up to $2,100. Great selection means great savings deals. At your New England Toyota dealer, your all-wheel drive headquarters. Toyota, let's go places.
With Cascade Platinum Plus, I have upped my dish game.
Oh, and see, in that dishwasher.
Watch me.
Platinum Plus gives you the highest standard of clean, even in your machine.
Clean enough for you?
Yeah.
Scrape, load, done. Cascade Platinum Plus.
Hi, I'm Angelina Mucci.
And I'm Andy Mucci of Family Fun Bowling Center.
When we want to know the weather, we go to foxbangor.com.
Celebrating our 50th anniversary year, Family Fun Bowling Center has 20 lanes of 10-pin bowling at its best.
From the land to the sea, Chase's Family Restaurant is the place to be.
Are you looking for a place to unwind after a long day?
Then come check out our Hideaway Lounge.
With a bar that's both upbeat and laid back. And it's the perfect atmosphere for anyone who wants to unwind after work.
Or kick it up for the weekends with daily drink specials and a full dinner menu.
You can fill up on a good time any night of the week.
Thank you for being a part of our family.
Here at Chase's Family Restaurant.
She's the apple of his eye.
Ta-da! What do you think?
You look beautiful. And you're grounded.
She may be a tomboy.
You're so lucky you get to be in Junior G.I. Joes. And you're lucky I don't want to get blood on my uniform.
But she's still Daddy's little girl.
Sit down, I want to talk to you for a minute.
This isn't a sex talk, is it? Because I already know more than I'd like to.
Learn all about Eve.
Am I supposed to understand what you mean by that?
Mm-hmm. On Last Man Standing.
Weekdays at 3 on Fox 22.
House and Senate have approved a bill that would lower taxes for most Mainers, while raising taxes for those in the largest income brackets. If signed by the governor, the bill would adjust Maine's current tax brackets to reduce taxes for low and middle income earners who make below $144,000 annually, as well as create 3 new brackets that parse out how those making more than $144,000 a year would pay. Only those making over $500,000 would see an increase in their taxes. According to a spokesperson for the Maine Revenue Service, that means approximately 2,900 individuals in Maine would actually see a tax increase in 2025. If approved, state revenue would increase by $570,000 next year.
Well, Haystack Mountain in Montville has been a staple to the community for generations, and when it went up for sale, a group of locals banded together to save it from development. On Saturday, the Friends of Haystack Mountain organized their latest fundraising event in their mission to obtain ownership of the mountain and turn it over to the Mid-Coast Conservancy for preservation. Waldo County native and NASA astrophysicist Dr. Justin Pearl spoke in favor of the mountain's conservation during the event, saying his celestial inspiration came from spending clear nights up on the Haystack summit.
Grew up very close to Haystack and grew up really just going up there and observing the night sky. It's what got me into astronomy, and so I wanted to make sure to do whatever was possible, including coming here for this talk, to push the fundraiser forward and hopefully get it over the finish line.
It's been generations people have been going up that mountain. So what would have happened would be, cutting off that avenue to experience the natural world and be part of the community.
The group is around $35,000 away from their original fundraising goal of $525,000. They hope to keep the mountain preserved as a public space for future generations, and you can find more information about how to donate on our website at foxbangor.com.
A Clinton woman will be participating in the Boston Marathon today, fulfilling a dream that once seemed out of reach due to a medical condition. Our Matthew Jurancic has her story.
After being told she might never run again, Kelly Wiswell is defying all odds and is determined to cross the finish line at this year's Boston Marathon.
I keep going up and down between excitement and nerves. It's been a 6-year goal that is finally coming to fruition.
Kelly's journey to the marathon wasn't easy. She's been a runner since high school, running her first half marathon in 2015 and her first full marathon 3 years later. But in June 2020, at the age of 34, she suffered a stroke. The stroke ultimately led to her developing gait apraxia, a condition that affects how an individual walks.
Initially, my foot just had a little bit of a drag, slap, nothing crazy. My arm was worse than my leg. And then over the probably 6 weeks following the stroke, my gait changed 3 times. My left leg, my knee bends every time I take a step.
Kelly says she didn't let this set her back. She used the time spent in physical therapy and trained on her own to make her dream come true. The hard work paid off. She's continuing to do what she loves as one of the nearly 23,000 running on Monday.
There's a lot of validation of all the time that went into the training and the rehab and proving that it can be done even when you get told you can't or when you get obstacles that come in your way.
Wiswell says she hopes her story inspires others.
There's a lot of wanting to show my kids not to give up on their dreams no matter how hard they are.
In Clinton, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Wiswell will be running as part of Dougie's Team for Autism, a Doug Flutie Foundation-based program that looks to improve the quality of everyday life for people and families who are affected by autism. You can donate to Wiswell using the link on our website. So she's overcoming her own challenges and helping other folks in the meantime.
And
Very
setting
cool.
a great example for her kids and the rest of us for that matter too.
Yeah, right.
So
Runners are a different breed.
Good luck to her today.
Yeah. All right, the time now is 8:18. After the break, the Caring Community Cupboard held their first annual shopping spree. We'll see how they're taking giving to the next level.
More Good Morning Maine right after this.
Are your basement walls bowing, crumbling, or failing? Hi, I'm Tony Hafford with TC Hafford Basement Systems, all things basementy. Our Stable Lock wall system offers a patented, affordable, and permanent solution to save your foundation walls. It stabilizes, fills voids, and structurally repairs, leaving a new smooth surface. All the strength of new walls. Call TC Hafford Basement Systems today for all things basementy.
It all starts with a Chevy truck. Chevy Silverado with the Turbo Max engine and best-in-class standard torque. And Chevy Silverado HD with up to 14 available camera views. Do more in a Chevy truck. Get yours now.
Well-qualified buyers get 2.9% APR for 72 months when you finance with GM Financial. Current Chevy owners get $6,000 total value on this Silverado when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Visit your Maine Chevy dealer.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate. 974-7815.
Oversharing can be spiritual.
Name someone you had a romantic dream about.
My minister.
Praise the Lord, Pastor.
It can be loving.
You love to plant a big wet kiss on Steve Harvey's what?
Lips.
Your lips ain't big enough for these lips.
It can be wet.
Name someone who has touched your bare bottom.
The pool guy.
Overshare with Family Feud.
Weeknights at 7 on Fox 22.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. If you went shopping at the Orono IGA on Saturday, you might have seen some folks wearing bright orange sweatshirts accompanied by an SUV full of groceries.
That was the Caring Community Cupboard Food Pantry, holding their first annual shopping spree. Our Doug Banks has the story.
The Caring Community Cupboard helps over 200 families per week. And even though this is the first event like this they've hosted, Bryant says it won't be the last.
Everybody needs help once in a while, so if you can do it, why not do it?
Outside the front doors of Orono IGA on Saturday, members of Old Town's Caring Community Cupboard hosted a food drive and sold raffle tickets for their first annual shopping spree. Tickets went for $10 a piece and 3 for $20, with the winner getting a chance to either shop for 5 minutes or receive $500 worth of groceries.
We would be in dire straits if we didn't have the people that live in this community that help out either with food or with monetary donations.
Their SUV piled up with groceries throughout the morning and into the afternoon, but organizers say it wouldn't have been made possible if it wasn't for helpful individuals putting the needs of others before their own.
Food scarcity, drink scarcity is a big problem, not just in the state of Maine, but also the country at large. And it's nice to help alleviate that when possible.
We've been there.
Yeah.
We've utilized the food cupboards before, and I figured, you know, we have a little extra, so why not give back when you can?
For more information about future events, visit the Caring Community Cupboard Facebook page.
Old Town, Orono, VZ, Elton, you know, we feed them all, and we're very, very lucky. We're truly blessed.
In Orono, Doug Banks, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Pretty great that she's the one that feels blessed while they're helping so many other people, you know.
Yeah.
You just get that feeling, you know.
I know, oftentimes it's up for the folks who really know what it's like personally to give when they have it in them.
Yeah, nice thing they're doing there.
Yep. All right, the time now is 8:23.
Let's get a full look at our weather forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Already some advisories to talk about this morning. This right here is a small credit advisory that is posted until 8 p.m. this evening along the coast because of active surf that we're currently seeing after this morning. Ignore the flood warning expiration time. These flood warnings are up because of high river levels, pretty much in effect until further notice once the water levels begin to go down. Now, regarding wave heights, they are active after this morning at around 4 to 6 feet according to the buoys. That's why that small credit advisory is posted until later on this evening. Meanwhile, though, the radar and satellite, we're watching out for a few rain showers that are developing in the northern parts of the state this morning. We'll have our turn for a few rain showers coming up later on tonight as well, or even this afternoon as well, and early this evening before it begins to get out of here. Let's zoom things out. This is pretty much only action right now. A few rain showers for us, a few thunderstorms not too far away from Washington, D.C. Otherwise, a good part of the country looking pretty quiet, at least for the time being. So futurecast moving forward, though, showing a mostly cloudy sky today. A few rain showers during the afternoon period. Coming up later on tonight, we'll have a few rain showers early. We'll lose those and then become partly cloudy overnight tonight. Then as we head towards tomorrow, looking pretty good out there, filled with a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds from time to time. We'll call it partly cloudy, and we'll start to hold on to the clouds Tuesday night, at least until parts of early Wednesday morning before those clouds begin to break up. And it's not a lot of rainfall at all, maybe up to 0.03 inches of rain before we're all finished up. Barely anything, but we'll have at least a little bit of rain moving through today before we're all finished up. The wind's not too bad today, maybe a few gusts up to 15 miles per hour if you're lucky. Those will back off later on tonight. And then for tomorrow, some gusty winds again that can reach up to 20 to 25 miles per hour at times in a few areas. Otherwise, your forecast coming up for today showing lower 60s, mostly cloudy, a few rain showers possible, and that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few higher gusts cannot be ruled out. Overnight tonight, middle 30s, rain showers early, then becoming partly cloudy. Southwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go, lower 60s, partly cloudy and breezy, and that west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour at times. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Here we go, lots of sunshine on Wednesday with highs in the upper 50s. Upper 50s again for your Thursday under a partly cloudy sky. Mostly cloudy Friday, highs in the mid-50s.
There's a way to cut your dishwashing time by 50%. Try Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. It removes 99% of grease and grime in half the time. It cleans so well, you can replace multiple cleaning products. Try Dawn Power Wash.
Mesothelioma is more than a ravaging illness. It is a disease that can ruin a family's finances and is never the victim's fault. The law offices of Joe Bornstein has been fighting and winning for Maine families for nearly 50 years, and we've collected over $500 million for injured Mainers. If you or a loved one is a victim of mesothelioma or asbestos-related lung cancer, call Joe today for a free case evaluation and to learn about your family's legal rights. Dial 207-CALL-JOE or online at joebornstein.com.
Comfort Shoes and More is your destination for all of your spring and summer footwear essentials. We have trained podorthists on site, and our friendly, caring, and knowledgeable staff will make sure you are fitted with the proper footwear that is perfect for you.
The OrthoFeed hands-free sneaker is engineered for comfort.
We have many new sandal styles from Hoka, Teva, Power Step, Stride, and more. Come visit Comfort Shoes and More in Newport to find the perfect shoes for you.
I just want to know if I have a crush.
Love is a funny thing.
I'm both threatened and delighted by your brain. She makes me crazy.
That's where it starts.
Weekdays at 4 on Fox 22.
Hey, to report a missing person.
Travel influencer, last seen this morning.
The governor just declared a state of emergency. The whole building's on lockdown.
Now what? Somebody's kids out there and they are in trouble. You want me to sit here?
Permission to hack?
Do whatever it takes.
He lied about when she disappeared.
Anybody? Help!
This is my job.
You have no idea what you're walking into.
Alert MPU. All new Tuesday at 9, 8 Central on Fox.
Welcome back, everyone. Israel is thinking about retaliation strikes after Iran's overnight drone and missile attack. Meanwhile, G7 democracies gathered on Sunday and condemned Iran's attack, expressing full support for Israel and calling for stability in the region. Fox News correspondent Trey Yingst has more from Tel Aviv.
Israel weighing a retaliatory response after Iran's overnight missile and drone attack. Over 300 missiles and drones were fired by Iran and its proxies, according to an IDF spokesperson. Israel, with the help of key Western allies, including the U.S., United Kingdom, and Jordan, were able to intercept the majority of the projectiles.
This was the first time that such a coalition worked together against the threat of Iran and its proxies in the Middle East.
The White House calling Israel's defense effort a military success.
That's a terrific testament to the superiority of the Israeli military, but also to our own military superiority.
But also warning that the U.S. does not want to see this conflict spread into a wider war or participate in a counterstrike, something President Biden made clear to Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu during a phone call.
Our actions have been purely defensive in nature. Our goal is to de-escalate and then get back to the issue at hand, securing an end to the conflict in Gaza.
Iranian military officials warning that if Israel retaliates, Iran's next operation will be, quote, much larger, the threat sparking global concern. On Sunday, the U.S. met G7 leaders, releasing a statement condemning Iran's attack, reaffirming its support for Israel and commitment to securing the Middle East. Biden also spoke with top members of Congress about getting more funding passed for Israel and Ukraine. In Tel Aviv, Trey Yingst, Fox News.
Iran's attack on Israel has brought into sharp focus the debate over how much funding the United States should send to its longstanding ally in the Middle East. Bipartisan calls are growing for the White House to take up a $95 billion foreign aid bill that the Senate passed in February. It includes money for Israel, Ukraine, and the Indo-Pacific. The legislation has lagged, though, in the lower chamber, where some hardline conservatives have been outspoken about their opposition to more funding for Ukraine. And progressives aren't happy either, because they want to cut military aid for Israel.
Iran's weekend attack on Israel could also cause spikes in oil prices. Many analysts expect oil prices to rise when markets begin trading today. The increases come after oil hit a 6-month high on Friday before Iran launched more than 300 drones and missiles at Israel on Saturday. Global benchmark Brent crude reached $92.18 a barrel, and U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude prices were also up. Some oil experts say there have been no impacts yet on production itself.
This morning, jury selection starts in former President Trump's hush money trial in New York. Prosecutors say he falsified business records to hide hush money payments to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. He faces 34 felony counts. He's pleaded not guilty. This is the first ever criminal trial for a former president. Sources are describing former President Trump's mood as angry and irritated as we head into jury selection, accusing the judge of being biased, claiming the jury pool is tainted, and saying the limited gag order against him is unfair. Trump is accused of falsifying business records to hide a payment he made to former fixer Michael Cohen to pay off adult film actress Stormy Daniels to keep her quiet about a long-denied affair, a crime that Michael Cohen has already served time for.
We'll be hearing a lot more about that in the coming days, for sure.
Right. And coming up on the second half of the newscast, Holton had a massive amount of people flocking to the area to view the eclipse.
We'll take a look at how they think things went when Good Morning Maine returns. Don't go away.
Whether you're hurt by a landscaping truck like this, a work van like this, or any commercial vehicle, we know how to get you the big money you may deserve.
Hurt by a commercial vehicle? Call the twos. We win for you.
Hi, I need new tires. Perfect timing. Right now, during our tire savings event, when you buy 3 tires, you get the 4th for only $1. Wow, that's a great deal. Right? Can you imagine finding a tire for less? Sorry, honey. Mama needs a tire. No, definitely not. No. Let's get you those tires. Okay.
Right now, during our tire savings event, buy 3 tires and get the 4th for only $1. Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
Febreze. Your bathroom needs Febreze small spaces. The always-on odor-fighting air freshener you set and forget. No outlets used, no batteries needed, no effort required. So your bathroom stays continuously fresh for 45 days. That's the power of Febreze small spaces.
You're watching Fox 22, Bangor.
Back everyone, today is Monday, April 15th, 2024. It is also Patriots Day.
Maine is one of several states that celebrates Patriots Day. It commemorates the first battles of the American Revolution and the shot heard around the world. Because of the holiday, state offices will be closed, and we'll also have a couple of extra days to file our taxes. This year's deadline is Wednesday, the 17th.
I believe that's for state taxes, though.
Right.
I think you still have to get your federal taxes in by today.
Right.
By midnight, I think it is.
Something like that.
Something like that. Or you just email them.
Right.
It's a lot easier.
Right.
I remember going down to, we used to go on this state for years down to the post office, and we took pictures and interviewed people dropping off their taxes at midnight.
Yeah.
It used to be a thing.
They would be there at midnight?
Oh yeah, they'd wait till the last minute, and there'd always be a steady stream of people waiting to the last minute.
My age is showing. My Gen Z, it's like, just send
that was
an
like
email.
one of those yearly stories we always covered, just like Christmas or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now they aren't publicly shamed, though. They can
Yeah.
do it or not do it online.
I know.
So,
that sounds
yeah.
good to me.
I didn't want to be one of those people either.
I mean, no,
Yeah.
I hate to be the person in like the
Yeah.
tax collector's office on Monday morning or Tuesday morning after a long weekend.
Yeah.
Because my registration is past due.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They love that.
Yeah.
All right, time for some history, and there's some bleak history on this day. Back in 1865, President Abraham Lincoln died 9 hours after being shot by John Wilkes Booth at Ford's Theater in Washington. Saw a post from a friend the other day. They were watching Little Shop of Horrors at Ford's Theater a couple of nights ago.
Whoa.
They're still doing shows there. The show goes on.
Fascinating.
So,
of course. I mean, now it's a museum.
yeah, it's a neat place to go to, too.
Right.
In 1912, the British luxury liner RMS Titanic sank off Newfoundland after striking an iceberg. More than 1,500 people were killed. In 1923, insulin became generally available for people suffering with diabetes. I'm not sure what they did before that. I don't know.
There wasn't a solution.
Wasn't that good.
Right.
In 1955, Ray Kroc opened the first McDonald's franchise in Illinois. And in 1956, the world's first all-color television station was dedicated in Chicago.
Seems pretty early to me.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of folks got a color TV until maybe even decades
I don't think some states even had TV stations at that point. You know,
Right.
it was right around that time
Good
when things were starting. Yeah.
In 1959, Fidel Castro visited the U.S. following the Cuban Revolution as part of a goodwill tour. Although, of course, President Eisenhower refused to meet with him, Castro did meet with Vice President Richard Nixon. In 1964, Gail Wise became the first person to buy the new Ford Mustang 2 days before the car officially went on sale.
That'd be worth a few pennies today, I imagine.
Right?
Yeah.
Those original Mustangs are so cool.
Yeah.
And in 2010, the Stinson Seafood Plant in Prospect Harbor stopped processing sardines after 135 years in operation. A lot of folks were out of work.
Yeah,
because of that.
end of an industry, end of an era here in Maine, for sure.
It was a sad day. Yeah. And in 2013, a massive manhunt got underway after 2 bombs exploded during the Boston Marathon, a blast that killed 3 people and injured more than 260.
All right, we have some happy news for you. Today's birthdays include actress Emma Watson, who is 34 years old today. Actor Seth Rogen is 42. And country singer Chris Stapleton is 46 years old today. I love Chris Stapleton stuff. He's kind of like, has that old country sound with some of the newness in it. So yeah, happy birthday to all of them.
Yeah, I'm fans of them all. Very cool. All right, moving right along now. We, some clouds may move in today, some showers, but nothing substantial.
Yeah, not a big downpour. If it is raining, just give it a few minutes and it should stop.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Here's Devin Biggs with that forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Happy Monday. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home and Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. All right, let's get into things this morning. We have some advisories posted. This is a small crowd advisory that's posted along the coast until 8 p.m. this evening because of some active surf that's being observed. We have some river flood warnings that are also posted, though. Ignore the expiration time. These will expire whenever the river levels do go down. Pretty much are in effect until further notice because of the precipitation we received recently. But for now, though, over land, maybe a few sprinkles in the northern parts of the state. A few light showers are possible for us today. Otherwise, we will be mostly cloudy as we do move forward in time. Zooming things out, a little bit of rain near parts of Washington, D.C., maybe even a few revels of thunder as well. But for us, just a few rain showers today. Then the rest of the week pretty much looks dry until Friday night. Futurecast moving forward for today, mostly cloudy, a few rain showers possible. We'll start to lose the clouds later on tonight, and maybe a few clouds as we head towards Tuesday morning. The winds finally looking pretty calm, though, at around 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe a few higher gusts at times. Tomorrow, though, the winds will begin to increase yet again. Forecast for today, lower 60s, mostly cloudy, a few rain showers out there, and that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. All right, the hourly forecast for the rest of the morning and afternoon period showing increasing clouds, temperatures in the 50s, along with a few rain showers possible. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up.
All right, thank you, Devin. Well, the town of Holton is declaring their total solar eclipse weekend a big success. Interim town manager Tim DeLuca sent out a statement on Friday saying the immense undertaking paid off. He said the event exceeded expectations. According to DeLuca, visitors from nearly every state in the union and from all over the world were in Holton to witness the event. He said residents were prepared to welcome the guests and that their visit almost certainly left them with a sense of community spirit. We certainly saw evidence of that when we were up there doing our coverage of the eclipse last Monday at this time. Other towns, Dover, Greenfield, Millinocket, all of them, I think, have similar stories. Yeah. They had a lot of folks in town, and it looks like it all went pretty well, too.
Yeah, kind of a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and like you said, Craig, it was such a community gathering. It really did make it feel more like, oh, this is something we're all collectively seeing, even if my friend's halfway,
Yeah, you don't see that too much in life. Every now and then you have an event that just brings people together and everybody gets along and celebrating together, and that was one of them.
Kind of a cool added plus that it was good for the economy.
Yeah.
Okay, right after the break, Ryan Sudol will have our sports updates.
Don't go away.
Great Scott! This is Green Bear 420 in 2010. What kind of trip is this? I gotta get back to 2023. Wait, it's 2015. So much has changed. In 2023, we had a lot more glass, t-shirts, and novelties. It's gonna take a bolt of lightning to get me home. Finally, home at last. Now Green Bear 420, Green Bear Green Care is bigger and better than ever. To be continued.
Fires, floods, burst pipes. Disasters happen, but the mess they leave behind doesn't have to last. For 40 years, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration has been there to help Mainers get back to the closest to normal as they can. When your property is at its worst, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is at their best, and they have been for 4 decades. Put your trust in the Bouchard team. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest.
I'm adding Downy Unstoppables to my wash. Now I'll be smelling fresh all day long. Still fresh.
So fresh. Get 6 times longer lasting freshness plus odor protection. Try for under $5.
A quality replacement window made with Fibrix material, which is twice as strong as vinyl, delivered through a stress-free process. Welcome to Renewal by Andersen. Get the peace of mind knowing Renewal by Andersen handles everything, from start to finish. With one call, you'll enjoy working with the best people, exclusive products, and a superior process.
It's the people.
It's the process.
It's the product.
Call now to get our exceptional signature service. This fantastic offer is available only for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
4 single farmers saddle up to find lifelong love.
I'll just rip the other ones off.
We had a fire going, and that wasn't the only spark.
All new Farmer Wants a Wife. Thursdays on Fox and watch anytime on Hulu.
The baddest superstars on the planet are unleashed in prime time. From the heavens! All new Friday Night SmackDown at 8/7 Central on Fox.
Hey everybody, Ryan Sudol here. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's hit those rapids. Friday, we brought you a preview of the annual Elliott Lamb Memorial Sowadapscook Extreme Race. Saturday was the real thing, and it did not disappoint both in and out of the water. Take a look. Dozens of daring paddlers took part in the Elliott Lamb Memorial Sowadapscook Extreme Race on Saturday, and the reviews are in.
If you could describe your ride in one word, what would it be? Oh, fantastic.
With all that rain that came our way this week, the Sow was screaming. A thrill to some, but the field this year was a tad smaller for a reason.
The last thing you want to do is be out here and not be into it. If you're not willing to jump in the river and be okay with it, you probably shouldn't be out there. We all spent some time in it today, I think.
There was a couple times I just yelled at the back. I'm scared, but it was awesome.
Of course, these types of conditions are just one of the reasons why the late Elliott Lamb of Orono loved the Sowadapscook so much.
He liked to have this common space with his friends where they could go and have a great time, really enjoy the whitewater right here. There's so many great places right here in Maine, but this is kind of right in our backyard.
The race has been named after Lamb since 2016 after he passed away aged 22 a year prior. A heck of an event for, by all accounts, a heck of a guy.
Being a little kid, he'd come up to me and talk to me and my brother and help us do stuff like start a little fire in a fire pit or anything like that. Great person.
And that type of helpful spirit lives on through this event. It doesn't matter if you're a newbie or a veteran, you'll find a helping hand.
Everyone's very helpful at telling you which routes to run, and especially for newcomers like us, it's helpful.
Everybody's just in it for each other. We're all trying to help each other out, make sure we get down the river safe, have a good time.
And it goes nearly without saying, but Elliott Lamb would certainly be proud of what it is he has helped cultivate.
It's incredible that we're able to put on this race every year. It's incredible that we're able to do it in memoriam. The paddling community never forgets its own.
He would love to see everybody just getting together and enjoying the weather and enjoying the whitewater.
Always so much fun covering that. Kendusky Egg is next week. We'll be there as well. Now let's go to a trifecta of Black Bear sports, starting with Maine baseball. After picking up a comeback series opening win against UMass Lowell Friday, Black Bears trying to clinch the series W on Saturday. Riverhawks took a 4-0 lead after one, but the Black Bears roar back. And here's Jeremiah Jenkins in the fourth with a liner to right. It's an RBI double that scores Colin Plant. It's 5-4 Maine. Next batter is Nick White, and the first pitch he sees is skied into right center field. That is a 3-run home run, his second in as many games, and it is 8-4 Black Bears. They build up a 10-4 lead, but now it's 10-9 in the bottom of the ninth, and with 2 down, Trey Brown for UMass Lowell jets it into left. It's off the base of the wall. Brandon Fish scores. We are tied. Couple batters later, it's Alex Lucchini, base hit into right field. Here comes Scotty Brown from second, and the Riverhawks come all the way back to stun the Black Bears 11-10. And the Black Bears would also lose on Sunday. They lose the series. Let's move to some Maine hockey now and an update on a former Black Bear. A couple weeks ago, Maine senior Donovan Houle signed an amateur tryout agreement with the San Jose Barracudas, the Sharks' AHL affiliate. Now, he's moving on up. The Barracuda announcing late Friday that Houle has signed a full-on 1-year contract with the team for the 2024-25 season. Houle has 1 assist in 3 appearances with the team and has impressed with his smart and physical play. Hallmarks of his great career at UMaine, setting career highs this past year with 24 points and 15 assists. Big congratulations to him. And finally, Maine men's and women's track and field wrapping up the 2-day Northeast Challenge down at UConn Saturday. Let's take a look at some of the Black Bears' top finishers. Here we go. Gavin McGarity places 6th in the men's hammer throw. Connor Michaud, 2nd in men's 400-meter hurdles. Will Murphy, 8th in men's triple jump. Jared Pierce, 7th in men's discus. Andrew Card, 10th in the men's 400 meters. Now let's get some more here. Connor Morin, 10th in the men's triple jump. John Prell, 4th in men's shot put. Mackenzie Wilson, the junior Olympian, placing 1st in the women's hammer throw. Athena Cusson, 9th in the women's heptathlon. And finally, Harrison Grenier finishing 3rd in the men's 5,000-meter race. And also, Bangor's very own Anna Connor, she picked up the win at the women's 200-meter race for the hometown Huskies. Congratulations to her as well. All right, that's all the time we have for sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Crockett's Excavation and Auto Repair, located in Ellsworth, does it all. Whether you're looking to clear a lot, put in a driveway or road, or establish proper drainage, Crockett's Excavation has you covered. Crockett's Excavation takes pride in the fact that our work stands the test of time. Reach out today for a free estimate.
NexGuard Combo is the only monthly topical that protects against fleas, ticks, tapeworms, and more. Used with caution in cats with a history of seizures or neurologic disorders. NexGuard Combo. The monthly one and done you want.
Looking for a smarter way to mop? Try the Swiffer Power Mop. An all-in-one cleaning tool with a 360-degree swivel head that goes places a regular mop just can't. Mop smarter with the Swiffer Power Mop.
Let's face it, getting training and experience is hard, but at Loring Job Corps, we can help. From certifications in automotive technology, obtaining your CDL, or learning building trades, we have you covered. Maybe you prefer joining the high-tech world of computer networking or cybersecurity. We have that as well. Don't delay, get in the driver's seat to your future today. And the best part, Loring Job Corps is free. Receive free training, free meals, and even free housing. Call or go to jobcorps.gov/Loring. Job Corps careers begin here.
Welcome to MasterChef Junior.
This looks better than half the dishes come out of my dad's restaurant.
MasterChef Junior, all new tonight on Fox.
It could change the course of their lives forever.
Oh, you are a gift.
We know your life is busy. You have a lot to do. And like you, the news doesn't stop. So when you are ready for us, we'll be ready for you. FoxBangor.com.
Crockett's Excavation and Auto Repair, located in Ellsworth, does it all. Whether you're looking to clear a lot, put in a driveway or road, or establish proper drainage, Crockett's Excavation has you covered. Crockett's Excavation takes pride in the fact that our work stands the test of time. Reach out today for a free estimate.
Welcome back to Good Morning Maine. I'm here with Zach Campbell. He is an organizer with the Maine Coalition for Palestine. And he's here to talk about today how there's a couple of rallies going on around the state today, one in Bangor, one in Portland, and they're calling for the defunding of Israel. This is a tax day rally. And Zach, thanks so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Can you explain what is the significance specifically of the rally in Bangor today?
Sure. So on this tax day, we are calling attention to the fact that Maine itself sends over $11 million to fund Israel's genocide of Palestine. And we are calling for an end to the funding of the genocide and a permanent ceasefire in Palestine.
Gotcha. So, of course, this is a really contentious issue right now. We saw over the weekend with Iran's involvement in with Israel as well. Why do you think the average person in Maine, why do you think this is a local issue, or why does the average Mainer care about these things that are going on halfway across the world?
Of course, that's such a great question. So as I just got done saying, Maine itself sends $11 million to Israel to fund its genocide. The homeless population in Maine has increased 400% in the last 4 years. We have people who are struggling in medical debt. We have people who are struggling to pay their college tuition debt. And there's a much better ways we could be spending that money right here within this state and not involving ourselves and our nation with a genocide.
Right, right. So what I saw recently is our representatives, Shelley Pingree and Jared Golden, they've recently signed a congressional letter urging the Biden administration to kind of promote a ceasefire and humanitarian aid to Gaza. Is this, do you think, enough as far as our local legislators go?
Well, we would have loved to have seen this right from the start from our congresspeople. I don't think that a temporary ceasefire goes far enough. We need a permanent ceasefire in the region, and we need to actually build peace within the region, which is something that's not going to happen if we get into a broader struggle within the Middle East. So we are encouraging that this war does not expand and that at the very least Palestine gets their own state under international recognition.
Gotcha. Okay, very clearly put. So for folks who want to attend the rally in Bangor today, Zach, can you say where and when it'll be?
Absolutely. We're going to be meeting at 4:30 outside the Federal Building. This is on Harlow Street, right across from the Bangor Public Library. We're going to be speaking there. We're going to be rallying. We may do some picketing and some marching. And we'd love to have you come down and call attention to this genocide and say we can use our tax dollars better on this tax day. Right.
And I'm sure you guys will invite some criticism as well as support either way. Of course, like I said, this is a contentious issue. Can folks reach out to a website or anything? Do you guys have anything like that?
So I'm a part of the Party for Socialism and Liberation. We would encourage all people to look at Liberation News, to look at the party program that we have. And you can find a lot of information there. The Maine Coalition for Palestine is in the process of creating an Instagram page, but there are several organizations like the Maine Voices for Palestinian Rights, Maine Democratic Socialists for America, the Maine Party for Socialism and Liberation. There are many organizations that you can follow that are a part of this coalition, but we are working on social media for the coalition at large.
Gotcha. Clearly put. Zach, thanks for joining us this morning.
Thank you for having me.
We'll send it over to Devin Biggs for our full weather forecast.
Alrighty, thank you very much. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Scott's Recreation, New England's largest trailer dealer, home of Maine's lowest camper and tractor prices, with locations in Turner, Manchester, Herman, and Orono, Maine. Alrighty, some advisories to talk about this morning. This right here is a small credit advisory that is posted until 8 p.m. this evening along the coast because of active surf that we're currently seeing after this morning. Ignore the flood warning expiration time. These flood warnings are up because of high river levels, pretty much in effect until further notice once the water levels begin to go down. Now, regarding wave heights, they are active after this morning at around 4 to 6 feet according to the buoys. That's why that small credit advisory is posted until later on this evening. Meanwhile, though, the radar and satellite, we're watching out for a few rain showers that are developing in the northern parts of the state this morning. We'll have our turn for a few rain showers coming up later on tonight as well, or even this afternoon as well, and early this evening before it begins to get out of here. Let's zoom things out. This is pretty much the only action right now. A few rain showers for us, a few thunderstorms thunderstorms not too far away from Washington, D.C. Otherwise, a good part of the country looking pretty quiet, at least for the time being. So futurecast moving forward, though, showing a mostly cloudy sky today. A few rain showers during the afternoon period. Coming up later on tonight, we'll have a few rain showers early. We'll lose those and then become partly cloudy overnight tonight. Then as we head towards tomorrow, looking pretty good out there, filled with a lot of sunshine, maybe a few passing clouds from time to time. We'll call it partly cloudy, and we'll start to hold on to the clouds Tuesday night, at least until parts of early Wednesday morning before those clouds begin to break up. And it's not a lot of rainfall at all, maybe up to 0.03 inches of rain before we're all finished up. Barely anything, but we'll have at least a little bit of rain moving through today before we're all finished up. The wind's not too bad today, maybe a few gusts up to 15 miles per hour if you're lucky. Those will back off later on tonight. And then for tomorrow, some gusty winds again that can reach up to 20 to 25 miles per hour at times in a few areas. Otherwise, the forecast coming up for today showing lower 60s, mostly cloudy, a few rain showers possible, and that west wind getting up to about 5 to 10 miles per hour. A few higher gusts cannot be ruled out. Overnight tonight, middle 30s, rain showers early, then becoming partly cloudy. Southwest wind at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tomorrow, here we go, lower 60s, partly cloudy and breezy, and that west wind getting up to about 25 miles per hour at times. Scott's Recreation extended forecast. Here we go, lots of sunshine on Wednesday with highs in the upper 50s. Upper 50s again for your Thursday under a partly cloudy sky. Mostly cloudy Friday, highs in the mid-50s.
Angler's Restaurant in Newport, open daily from 11 to 8. We are your home for fresh seafood. Our specialty is scallops, lobster, fish and chips, and of course, lobster rolls. Now, if seafood is not your preference, we offer fan favorites like cheeseburgers and chicken tenders. Stop by for the atmosphere and stay for the incredible dining experience. Anglers, Maine's family seafood restaurant.
Transform your surroundings with Paramount Paving, located in Bangor. They are your paving and seal coating experts. Whether it's residential maintenance to full commercial projects, Paramount Paving delivers quality that lasts. Book before June 1st and enjoy a $250 Visa gift card upon completion of your next paving project. Call us today at 602-8931 or visit us at ParamountPavingLLC.com. Paramount Paving, setting the standard for excellence. When it comes to paving, we are Paramount. When Crockett's Excavation and Auto Repair want to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Crockett's Excavation, located in Ellsworth, does it all. Whether you're looking to clear a lot, put in a driveway or road, or establish proper drainage, Crockett's Excavation has you covered.
If you're looking to buy or sell a home, chances are you have a lot of questions. Norm Prouty has answers. Learn some tips and tricks and explore some beautiful new homes on the market. The Norm Prouty and Donnell Baker Real Estate Show, Sunday mornings at 8:30 on Fox 22.
I'll do it in 15.
I want to play, so I'm going to say 12. What?
25 words or less.
NYC.
Broadway.
Island.
Manhattan.
You know, Amber, you wanted to play, baby. You played.
Watch and win.
One word left.
Shopping.
Shopping cart.
Boom. Every weekday. Did you see it, Amanda?
I'm impressed every time.
Weekdays at 9 on Fox 22.
Even when the weather warms in early spring, it's important to keep in mind the water is still very dangerous to swim in. It is Cold Water Awareness Week, and we have some simple steps you can take to stay safe. The National Weather Service in Gray, along with the Maine Warden Service and New Hampshire Fish and Game, want to make sure you know about the danger of cold water. This time of year, the ocean is in the low 40s, and that can cause major problems if you fall in or go for a swim.
The water temperature lags pretty far behind. For example, the water temperatures in the Gulf of Maine at the Portland buoy are still in the low 40s. And depending where you are in the region, lake-wise, it's 30s to low 40s. So, when somebody falls into that water, if they're not wearing a life jacket, that could lead to drowning pretty quickly. When somebody has that shock of that cold water, you have an involuntary gasp, and that usually leads to people sucking in water, which starts the drowning process. That's why if you have a life jacket on, that reduces the chance of your head going underwater and when you gasp, sucking in the air.
To stay safe, it's best to wait until the water temperature increases before you actually go swimming. If you do plan to go out on the water, you'll always want to avoid the windy days when the waves tend to be larger. you should wear a life jacket, and it's also always a good idea to let somebody know where you're going. That way, if you don't come home, they can go looking for you at least.
Right.
Yeah.
What's left of you.
Yeah.
Dun, dun, dun.
Don't go swimming. If you're out there kayaking like me this time of year, if you fall in, it's going to be really cold, so be careful.
I'll do a polar plunge every once in a while. There are health benefits. I swear I'm not just like deranged. But it's interesting. And the coldest I've been in the ocean water is when it's 20 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
But that's in and out, and it's when it's the ocean, so it'll be high tide, and it's not like there's not a lot of waves.
And if you end up out of a boat or something like that, you could be
Different
treading water.
story.
Yeah, you get hypothermia really quick.
Right. Right.
All right.
Well, a group of researchers in Switzerland are designing a robot ideally suited for moon or asteroid exploration where there isn't enough gravity to drive wheeled systems along the surface. Spaceholder, with its 3 legs, is designed for jumping in low gravity and moving in any direction. The team tested Space Hopper in zero-gravity conditions during a parabolic flight with the European Space Agency. That's cool.
Pretty neat.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just kind of hops around out there.
Kind of the age of robots.
Yeah.
All right, looks like we're about out of time. If you missed anything, you can head to foxbangor.com.
Have a great day, everyone.